Hey guys, Mike the Gaming Dad here and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be another Starfield video, and in this one we're going to be focusing on Outpost Building, specifically this pop-up message displayed here that the player will sometimes get after placing a helium-3 extractor down on any planet or moon. The pop-up states that building helium-3 extractors in an outpost allows you to automatically refuel your ship when you plot a grav jump to or through that outpost's planet. Now immediately this caught my attention for a few reasons. Firstly, it would add an interesting dimension to outpost location, strategically placing them in certain parts of the galaxy to allow you to reduce the amount of jumps required, but also because it would open the door for more gameplay with smaller Class A ships, which, unless modified, generally don't have the fuel capacity and grav drives to take on large journeys. So I set about testing this out, starting from the Alpha Centauri system, which felt like a good beginning point. Can we make it all the way out to the Sparta system, 9 systems away? Well, not currently, no. The first 5 jumps are fine, but the final 4 are too far. So what if we set up a helium extracting outpost in the Crick system, at the halfway point in our journey? It seems sensible, right? So that's what we'll do. There are a few planets and moons within this system where helium-3 is available, such as this one here, Rocklock. If we just bring the scanner up here, there are loads of areas where we can extract helium from the atmosphere. So I set up a pretty basic outpost, an energy source, storage, a couple of extractors and a transfer container. I wasn't 100% sure if we even needed the transfer container, but it felt like it made sense. Plus this would ensure we had more than enough helium stored up. Now of course all resources take time to be gathered. Our storage unit says 0%. And our transfer container is empty as well. Lucky for us though, Rocklock has one of the largest disparities in local time versus UC time in the game. Why is this important? Well, if we sleep for 1 hour here, almost 75 in-game hours pass, and setting up outposts in this way is a great way of speed farming resources. So if I sleep for 3 hours, almost 10 whole days is going to pass in game, more than enough time to completely fill our containers with helium-3, and plenty of time for emotional security too.
Where the hell did you learn to do all of that? Oh, please don't say Neil.
Returning to our containers now, and both are at 100% capacity. Now I was feeling pretty smug at this point. I was certain this was going to work. I mean, why wouldn't it work? Unfortunately, I was wrong. No matter what I did, the helium-3 refuel as stated in the pop-up just would not work, and we always got the same message: your ship doesn't have the fuel capacity. I spent pretty much a whole evening trying to get this to work. I rebuilt the outpost a load of different ways, with transfer containers, without them, with one extractor, multiple extractors. I even tried emptying the cargo hold in case this was blocking picking up helium-3. I tried so many times I think our emotional security pretty much maxed out.
Hey there, sleepyhead. What's the matter? Did I wear you out? You thought that was crazy? Try it in 0G sometime. That was a perfect way to end the day.
And yet, nothing. So I decided to get back out there, and this time I took off and explored Reddit. And lo and behold, plenty of submissions from other players also questioning this pop-up and why they couldn't get it to work. This one was simply titled, "So do I actually need HE3 or not?" Well, sadly, other than for providing power to generators at outposts, not a lot yet. There was of course an interview over 12 months ago now with Todd Howard where he spoke about how fuel consumption in Starfield was dialed down to make it more gameplay friendly, and here is what Todd had to say.
And we've dialed it back as we've been making the game, whereas we used to run out of fuel, you jump and get stranded, which on paper was it's a great moment when you get stranded. You have to press this beacon and you don't know who's gonna come. Turns out that's not it just stops your game. We found you'd be playing the game and I ran out of fuel. Okay, I guess I'll just wander these planets trying to mine for fuel so I can get back to what I was doing. It just, it's a fun killer.
Now for the average player who just wants to play and doesn't care about the chores of resource management, this was definitely the correct thing to do. And this led me to come to the conclusion, maybe this pop-up just isn't supposed to be here. Maybe it was left as an oversight back when refueling was going to be a thing in Starfield. We haven't addressed the elephant in the room, which is, yes, you can just upgrade your ship's fuel tanks, or you can upgrade your astrodynamic skill to reduce fuel cost. or simply just get a bigger ship. But I still hope that Bethesda revisits this in the future, especially around survivor mode style content. It would make players constantly more wary of their ship the farther they travel from settlements, and encourage investment into the outpost building mechanic, as you had to strategically place them throughout the galaxy. Would you be interested in a refueling survival mode style mechanic in Starfield? Let me know in the comments. I'm Mike the Gaming Dad, and I'll see you next time.